Hello, I'm Emily Sherrod. It's Saturday, March 29th. Here's a look at the top stories from your trusted local news source. Neighbors are shocked and confused after Cedar Rapids police officers arrested 3 siblings in connection to the death of their brother. Police arrested the 3 brothers on Friday, but search warrant documents indicate police found 18-year-old Ezekiel Basami dead months ago. Ezekiel's 3 brothers are Christian Pierre and Azain Basami. Prosecutors charged them with involuntary manslaughter, assault causing bodily injury, and false imprisonment. According to the search warrant, police first responded to the 2500 block of Roaming Street on November 9th. That's in this mobile home community in far west Cedar Rapids. KCRG TV9's Jackson Valenti spoke to neighbors who say they've been in the dark the whole time, even after the arrests, and they still have more questions. You can catch his full story on KCRG.com. And for anyone in crisis, there is always help. You can call the National Crisis Lifeline at 988. That connects callers to local people who can offer support and next steps. And of course, if you're in danger, call 911. A Cedar Rapids woman has pleaded guilty to lying to police about her husband shooting her days after abandoning her kids on the side of the road. In January, Heather Perez Miranda reported her husband shot her at Morgan Creek Park. Police say he was at a different location. They have not said who shot her, but investigators are not looking for other suspects. Miranda also pleaded guilty to child neglect after leaving her 2 kids on the side of a Hiawatha road. The children told police she said nobody loved them. One of the children had a G-tube and couldn't care for herself. Miranda is set to be sentenced for both incidents in May. A man charged in an Iowa cold case from the 1980s is pleading not guilty. Thomas Popp was charged with first-degree murder in January for the death of Terry McCauley. Investigators say he shot and killed the Sioux City teenager in 1983. McCauley was reported missing in September of 1983 after she met up with friends and never came home. Her body was found a few days later. More than 40 years later, a grand jury indicted Popp. His trial is set for June. Iowans on Medicaid could soon be subject to work requirements if they want to keep their benefits. Republican lawmakers have passed a bill requiring able-bodied adults on the Iowa Health and Wellness Plan, or expanded Medicaid, to work at least 80 hours per month. 32,000 Iowans may not fulfill the work requirement and could lose coverage to pay for their prescription and doctor's appointments if the bill is signed into law. That's according to projections from Iowa's Legislative Services Agency. Now, there are exemptions to the proposed work requirements for adults with young children, seniors, and those with health limitations. Senate Minority Leader Janice Weiner says the bill pulls health care coverage from people without much benefit to the state.
These additional requirements for people on Medicaid to have to jump through are expensive and more costly to the state than the savings that come back.
The bill requires Iowa to request a waiver from the Trump administration to create the work requirements. If Trump's administration grants a request, then another administration later rescinds it. The bill requires the state to end the expanded Medicaid program. Iowa House Speaker Pat Grassley says this approach gives the state the most flexibility in how to run the program.
By change of administration, we don't feel that we should invest as a state to get a program that best fits Iowa, and then with the new administration coming in, I think it's something that puts Iowa in the driver's seat for this program to make sure that it's going to best work for our state.
Both the Iowa Senate and House have already passed this bill, but when the House passed it, Republicans tacked on an amendment to the bill requiring a study for a program for disabled workers. Because of that, the Senate has to pass it again before it can go to Governor Reynolds' desk. Thanks for watching. Tune into TV9 and KCRG.com for the latest updates and breaking news.